Hey guys, Ryan Bidoff here, blogging from paradise. We're live. Little whoa, simulcast going on here. Hello YouTube. What's going on, folks? Hello Instagram. What's going on, folks? I wanted to review a few topics for getting unlimited blog post ideas because, as we know, most bloggers really have a tough time finding, getting, obtaining blog post ideas. We're looking at some serious mental blocks in this regard. Bloggers are like, oh, I can't get any ideas and I can't write, I can't blog because I have no blog post ideas. And you always have access to an unlimited amount of blog post ideas because everything is in your mind. All right. The blog post ideas are in your mind. And you have an unlimited mind, it's not limited. And you'll notice these blog post ideas will pop up all around you when you face, feel, and release fears fueling writer's block, blogger's block, mental blocks related to finding blog post ideas. So that's really one of the key steps to take to begin with. But then when you face, feel, and clear the fears, then you will know to look to certain spots for blog post ideas. And when you look in those spots and you get those ideas and you start writing. Logically, it's a simple process. Emotionally, it can be quite uncomfortable because sitting with the fears and uncomfortable emotions that fuel writer's block can be very uncomfortable and frustrating and annoying and agitating. And I don't know of many human beings that enjoy feeling these emotions, but feel them you must to release the mental block, the writer's block, the blogger block, blogger's block, and to dive into generating, obtaining, getting blog post ideas left and right. So let's dive in, guys. Just a handful of ideas for you for getting blog post ideas. And really, we're going to be looking at different spots where you can get a pulse on what's going on, get a feel, and where you can mine blog post ideas. So the number one place for getting unlimited blog post ideas is within the minds of your readers. Your readers will tell you, they will ask you, they will share their problems with you. They will bring blog post ideas right to your cyber doorstep, or let's say the doorstep of your mind, but you have to get out of your own mind and thinking about what am I going to blog about, and I want to blog about this topic. You have to get the I-itis out of your mind. It's not about you. It's not about what I want. This is what I want as a blogger. No. Listen to what your readers want, and they will give you blog post ideas on a silver platter. They will serve them up effortlessly, freely, of their own will. It's easy. Here's what you do. You write and publish a post and you send it out to your list, on your blog. What do you want me to blog about? As the title with a question mark. And then in the post itself, hey guys, how are you? What are you struggling with related to your blogging niche, of course? Where are you having difficulties? How can I help? What topics would you like me to cover through this blog? Literally write these words. What are your hopes? What are your dreams? And again, it's got to be related to your blogging niche. So me being a blogging tips blogger, what blogging struggles are you having? That's what I would ask. Or if you're a blogging tips blogger too, where are your biggest blogging obstacles? What are your biggest blogging obstacles? What blogging questions do you have? So I would write these questions in a blog post and then publish the post, flesh it out a little bit, and then send it to my list, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, share it on LinkedIn. I may email certain readers of mine. I may send them Facebook messages, Twitter DMs, and say, hey, what do you want me to blog about? I mean, they break blog post ideas to me. It's all very simple. It makes perfect sense. However, most bloggers are very deep in their own mind in terms of fear and scarcity and just all these limiting ideas. So when you have that deep fear in your mind, this is why you got to face, feel, and release it. None of these ideas will make sense, or you'll say, well, I already tried that. Or here's another good one. You'll say, I have no readers. But if you have no readers, that's not a valid excuse, because the simple, easy thing that you could do, and this is another tip for getting blog post ideas, is visit 3 to 5, let's just say visit 3 of the top blogs in your niche. Read the 3 latest posts and grab blog post ideas from their blog post titles, from content within the blog post itself, and write about it. That's it. That's easy. It's very easy to read a top blog in your niche, to read, say, their 3 recent blog posts, and after reading the 3 recent blog posts, taking the blog post title, and don't copy it word for word per se, or don't copy it word for word, but just cover a similar topic. And that's a blog post idea. That's 1. So that would be 3. You read their 3 latest blog posts on 1 blog. Now, if you're talking reading 3 blogs, 3 latest blog posts on 3 separate blogs, based on the title alone, you have 9 blog post ideas. You see why you can get unlimited blog post ideas? It's very easy. If you're a blogging tips blogger, stop by bloggingfromparadise.com. Hey, what's up, Chris? Read the 3 latest posts, take the titles, and cover a similar topic. There you go. 3 blog post ideas, just like that, for the next 3 days, or if you're publishing a post a week for the next 3 weeks. Then you see how you could just access that unlimited blog post idea smorgasbord by visiting ProBlogger, maybe Mostly Blogging. My friend Janice Wald, visit her blog, read her 3 latest blog posts that are related to blogging tips, and then look at the title. And you're not going to copy the title, but I think my post today was, I published so much content. It was discussing, if you're a blogging tips blogger, let me check here. I do cover a lot of content. There's less stuff today. Today I talked about, that's right, persistence. One element of passive blogging success. So you're thinking in your mind, okay, you read the blog post, you see the title, and you're thinking, I know a lot of bloggers that they really crave that passive element. Like, you got to put in the work, of course. Don't get me wrong. Of course, you're going to put in the work. But it's a nice feeling, like when I go to bed at midnight, in like 7 hours, maybe a little later tonight, whatever, we'll see if I'm cooking. Well, literally, they're really cooking. No, I do cook sometimes. But if I'm really going with my blogging campaign, so say I go to bed at midnight, and then when I wake up at 8 and I do my ice cold shower and my Kriya yoga, and I read A Course in Miracles, I do a lesson. Say I start blogging at 8:30, it's nice to see in my blogging day passively, while I slept from midnight to 8 a.m., it's nice to see I have 2 hours worth of retweets to go through. Well, no, 2 hours would be from 24 hours before. But even those 8 hours, let's say 20 minutes worth of retweets. So when I went to bed from midnight to 8 in the morning, give or take, roughly, it takes me 20 minutes to go through the retweets and respond to everybody who replied for that 8-hour period. That's all passive. I was sleeping. Of course, I put in the work, but being persistent in building relationships and creating helpful content, put so much content out there and built my friend network up to such a point where that simple persistence, doing simple things, adds that passive element. So stuff keeps unfolding and winding. I keep driving traffic and, position myself to boost profits while I'm sleeping, because my friend network and the content I created by being persistent and generous and genuine in creating and connecting does that passive. Like, for me, it's completely passive because I'm sleeping. And that's going on. People are visiting my blog. People are endorsing. It's a nice feeling. However, being persistent created that. Boom, doing simple things, create and connect. So when you read the post, you're like, I could write about that if I'm a blogging tips blogger. That's 1 blog post idea. Boom. So you write about it. And then if you're really smart and intelligent and abundant minded, you drop a link to my blog and say, hey, I was following this blogging from paradise guy, really handsome devil, joking, really interesting individual. I read his latest post and here it is. And then you link to my blog and then, well, I don't really check email much, but then you tag me on Twitter and Facebook. And I see that, I'm like, awesome. So I'll check you out and I'll probably check out your blog, or, we'll begin to at least build a friendship. So that's smart too, but it's simple. Read top blogs, check out their content, and blog about similar topics. Top blogs for me. This is if you don't, or you could get, if you have a lot of readers, you could do the same thing, but if you have no readers, so that doesn't carry any weight. That excuse carries no weight. Okay, let's go into Reddit. Join forums aligned specifically with your blogging niche on Reddit, and you will find blog post ideas left and right. Me on the blogging forum, I think it's like 96,000 members. So it's almost 100,000 people, 1/10 of a million people who bring problems and questions and dreams and hopes, but all blogging related to the forum. So if they're talking about it and it's on their mind, if one person goes on Quora and talks about it, then that probably means 10,000 to 50,000 other bloggers have it on their mind too. A lot of bloggers out there. What was the last count? I'm trying to think how many posts, 200 million, whatever. There's tons. You guys know. So take blog post ideas from Reddit. Join forums related specifically that are clearly aligned to your blogging niche, and being clearly aligned with your blogging niche, Reddit users will ask questions. They'll talk about pain points, what they're suffering with, and take blog post ideas from updates. So let's do a real-time example. I don't have a screen share going, but whatever. You guys get the drill. So I'm visiting Reddit as I'm gabbing with you guys, and I'm going to check the blogging forum. You'll spot me here and there on the Reddit blogging forum. So boom, r/blogging. Symbolism R. I'm everywhere when it comes to blogging. It's a joke. Okay. There's no ideas. No, I'm joking. How do you build backlinks? Perfect. 17 hours ago, 10 comments. So I may share my thoughts, but somebody asked, how do you build backlinks on the Reddit forum? So if this blogger is asking that question, I'm a fairly new blogger, my site being around 3 months old and pulling around 300 page views a month. Okay, cool. But he's explaining I'm a fairly new blogger. So if you're a blogging tips blogger and this Reddit user is asking, how do you build backlinks? And he's a fairly new blogger, or she. I don't know, what is 21 Apollo 21? Reddit's kind of funny sometimes with the usernames, but write about how to drive backlinks, how to build backlinks as a new blogger or as a beginner blogger. It's really simple. Now, of course, if you're new to blogging and you don't quite know how to do that, then you research. Okay, that's how it works before you get really good and in depth, and it takes work, guys, to get good at this. But if you're established and you know and you've been building backlinks, it's all in your head. But of course, if it's all in your head, you spent many thousands of hours working. You always have to work and gain experience to actually get good at this. To gain the experience, wisdom, know-how, the knowledge, the insights to blog with clarity, confidence, patience, and persistence. If it were easy, everybody would succeed with it. But since it's uncomfortable and you have to face a lot of fears, that's why so few bloggers succeed. It's very simple. I mean, it's simple, logically, emotionally uncomfortable. Because from time to time, and it's not uncomfortable all the time, but you got to face these fears and these mental blocks. So we covered Reddit. We covered listening to your readers. And this is unlimited blog post ideas. It'll be coming from all different directions. Now let's visit Quora. Quora, you join forums, or is that what they're called, I think, on Quora, related to your blogging niche, and you scan the questions. And there's just a goldmine of blog post ideas there. And I've seen so many bloggers talk about, I visit Quora and I see blog post ideas left and right. Hey, thanks so much, Stanley. So here's the drill. When you join Quora and you research forums related to your niche and you see the questions that are being asked, of course you could answer questions on Quora and do the same thing on Reddit. But the way I look at it is, yeah, feel free to answer a question with a number of paragraphs, or if you want to go a little more in depth, but why create over there when you could take that topic and bring it to your blog and talk about it there and create an in-depth post so you build up your blogging authority? It's not about competition, but it's like, hey, you're a blogger, so here's the drill. You may as well join these forums, share some thoughts, but take the topic and tackle it on your blog. That's another place where you can explore. And again, each of these channels, guys, as your audience grows, maybe it won't feel as abundant or unlimited, but these top blogs in your niche, when you read them, you'll get unlimited blog post ideas for 30 lifetimes. Reddit, you'll get unlimited blog post ideas, depending on your niche, but most are pretty, good money, especially a blogging niche, blogging tips niche. 100,000 members are just people every day. And Quora as well. So that's another area where you'll get unlimited. And just go down and record the questions and write blog posts based on those ideas. You may have to do some research. Hey, that's the drill. For all of us in the beginning, we got to do research because we need to do research. We don't have the experience, and that's okay. Reference your fellow bloggers, build your friend network. But right there are 4 places where you could access for strategies, access all types of blog post ideas, your readers' minds, poll them, ask them, send them an email, write about it on your blog. Ask them, what do you want me to blog about? Follow top blogs in your niche. You get blog post ideas there. Join forums or subreddits, whatever, on Reddit, and forums on Quora related to your blog niche. So that's 4 areas now. I've been talking for about 17 minutes. 4 different techniques, areas, strategies for gaining all types of blog post ideas. So we're just getting rolling. And this is why I included the word unlimited. In the average human lifetime, if you really mine these areas, you're not going to run out of blog post ideas. So when you think, I have writer's block, I have blogger's block, you have to actually look in these spots and do the work. And before I want to talk about any different practical tips, because I could be here for 45 minutes sharing 20, 25, 30. Those are 4 techniques and tactics. However, it is so important for you to understand that you will never use these techniques or follow these strategies or tips if you have deep fear sitting in your mind regarding writer's block, blogger's block, being lazy, being unmotivated, trying to get around to things. Because as long as those fears sit in your mind, they will self-sabotage, or you will self-sabotage. I don't care how hard you try to work. You can't outfox your mind. Your whole life is your mind. Even if it appears like it's outside of you, or if you'd appear to be this way or that way, it's just in your mind. If you want to get really serious now, and this is very heady, for a blogging tips community, but it's just the Course in Miracles that I read and that I practically apply. I do the lessons, I practically apply. And I'm beginning to realize in my mind that for all of us, the world is in our mind. Ouch. It's not out there. It's in here. So everything out there is inside of your mind. So when you start realizing that, as you get deeper into your mind, you really train your mind. We're talking heading toward the Jedi Master bit, and I'm just starting. You realize, like, man, if I have a blog post idea problem, hey, what's up, D? Really appreciate it. Good early morning over there, or late night, depending on where you're at with your view of the day and night, right? So great to see you. So here's the drill, guys. When you start realizing that everything's in your mind, then you have to face, feel, and release your fears around writer's block and blogger's block and having no blog post ideas, because you have to clear those fears and get rid of them to actually move into action on these practical tips. Like, that's how you do it. That's how you get after it. If there's ever resistance, I just can't seem to get a blog post idea, and then you quit right away, that there's fear in your mind. When you face, feel, and release the fear, you don't quit, you do it. It's very simple logically, emotionally, it's uncomfortable to feel your fears because there's a lot of worthiness issues and undeserving issues, and might feel worthless, or this is not pleasant, but you gotta feel it, because then once you clear it out, then life gets easier and easier. Forget blogging. Blogging will become really easy. I mean, it's uncomfortable sometimes, but you gotta face your fears, guys. You gotta face them. If you don't, you won't move into action on these ideas. And if you don't move into action on these ideas, then 3 months down the road, you're like, yeah, Ryan shared those tips 3 months ago, but I still haven't written and published a blog post. And yeah, I know Quora and Reddit and readers, but I have no readers, and I just have no time to follow top blogs, and it doesn't really work anyway. I offer a lot of advice that people appear to ignore, but it's just the fear in their mind that rejects the light and success and freedom and fun. And the rejection is fear, and the fear is often, I don't deserve it, or I'm not going to do it anyway. There's just a lot of fears in there. You got to face them, guys. Life will get easier. It'll get simple too. Very simple and easy. It'll be uncomfortable sometimes. So guys, those are 4 different ways to get unlimited blog post ideas. Each channel, especially Reddit and Quora and top blogs, they'll just keep spitting them out. You could have blog post ideas for 6 months, but you got to do some research on your part to write the content, and you want to keep mining them. And another good idea for getting unlimited blog post ideas, record them when you have them. Because ideas, even though it's unlimited, all are unlimited, and we live in abundance, the illusion or the appearances, they seem to be fleeting. And how many times have we said, oh, I had that blog post idea, but I forgot it, I didn't write it down. So dictate it into your phone, however you do it. Open up your Google Drive right when you get that idea, or right when you come across it through Quora or Reddit. And just keep a log of blog post ideas and keep recording them. And you could stock them up 30, 40, 50. But of course, it's another very important point, create. Because the more you have to actually sit down and write the posts soon, not soon, now. Because the mind can record all these ideas, which is great. You know, you can get out there and this is good, but unless you actually act on the ideas and write the posts, there's going to be no benefit to the world, because blogging is a public endeavor, not a private activity. So you're actually going to have to sit down and write the blog post. But another cool thing is when you become prolific, you strengthen your mental muscle, especially the prolific creative side of you. So you become more prolific and creative by creating. So the more you create, the easier it is to create. The more you write, the easier it is to write. The more you snatch and execute blog post ideas by writing and publishing blog content, the easier it becomes to write and publish blog content and to nab more blog post ideas. Because based on the Course in Miracles, and it's true, thoughts increase by being given away. Probably don't hear that too much. Another Course in Miracles quote: how can giving and losing be associated? Uh-oh. Thoughts increase by being given away because you extend. You don't project. This is everything's in our mind. So you're just extending. So you would give the thoughts away, and it extends through Chris and my buddy from Sri Lanka and Stanley. So I'm extending these thoughts through Stanley on Instagram and Chris on YouTube and Dzun on YouTube. So I'm extending into you guys. So I'm increasing these thoughts. I'm not losing anything. Do you get that? Kind of changed your perception on reality and the illusion of loss, right? I'm extending. And then when you guys share this, if you're really getting this whole abundance thing, you share it with other people, then you increase the thought that I shared with you even more, but you're increasing it for you. But you have to actually do the nabbing of ideas and the creating and connecting to really get things popping, and the creating. So write and publish the post when you get these ideas. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for joining. If this helped you, we're at the 25-minute mark. Do a little more blogging and maybe do some yoga in a bit. Dinner a little down the road. So really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Share it with your friends if you know bloggers are having a tough time, or yourself, you're just like, oh man, I've had a tough time getting blog post ideas. I know, we all know, if we're having a tough time, there's a lot of other bloggers out there having a tough time with this as well. I don't really see many prolific bloggers out there. And I know there's a lot of mental blocks. So these tips will help. Until next time, thanks so much, Stanley, on Instagram. Gonna roll, my friend. We're gonna end it. And thanks so much, Chris and DZoon on YouTube. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Until next time, you know what to do. Enjoy paradise all.